Well, I am completely late, but as long as I feel like if I make it by the fifth inning, this should be considered an official game. I have made it, and I apologize for all the back and forth of me not being able to make it to the show or make it to the show. Don't Quit Your Day Job was really a thing. It's a really long story. And if I have more people here, if I had J Tribe Podcast or Steve here, or even Josh show, I could explain how what all went down. But anyways, the Mariners are down 5-0 to the Tampa Bay Rays. Yes, the Tampa Bay Rays, a team that's not even playing for the playoffs. And the frustration does continue with this team. Like it just really does. And now here is going to be the first pitch ball of the fourth inning, and that's going to be a strike. Mariners are going to have to do a lot to make a comeback, and they really do need to make the comeback. Like, they cannot afford to lose this game because of what's going on. The Astros have already defeated the Anaheim Angels. Now the pitch, it's going to be outside for a ball. Good news is Diamondbacks are beating the Rangers, so that will help a little bit of a cushion. Red Sox are beating the Guardians, so that may help prevent from them catching up. Now the pitch, it's going to be outside for a ball. And other teams, rest of the teams pretty much had their days off. But yeah, the Mariners are going to have to win this game. No excuses whatsoever. And now here is the pitch to Mangum. And that is strike two, as we're at a 2-2 count so far. And I do apologize for being four innings late to the game. I mean, Don't Quit Your Day Job really is a thing. And it really wrecked me today, as we are at 2-2 right now. And by the way, I'm on show number 58, so I'm getting really close to 60. Now the pitch, way up high for a ball, and that is going to be 3-2. And Castillo is just not looking good whatsoever. I haven't seen enough of him to make an actual judgment of how he's doing, but it does not sound good at all. Now the pitch, and now here's a liner and fouled. And for any of you that may have missed it, Harry Ford actually just got called up to the major league. So now he is with the Mariners roster, it looks like, for the remainder of this month. And now we're at 3-2 for Mangum. And a strikeout is absolutely needed. Now the pitch, and that's going to be a foul ball. 62 pitches already. Like, this is already getting to Bryce Miller's level. And yet Dan Wilson pulled his starter after just 72 pitches, but he'll keep Castillo in. Now the pitch. Now here's a ground ball. That's going to get right through for a base hit. And that could be running going to second base. He's going to second base, and the throw to second, and that is not in time. Again, the lack of urgency by Randy Arozarena. Where is the hustle? I mean, he could have easily thrown him out or just kept him at first base. Like, what are you doing, Randy? You're literally just not doing it. Like, the effort just was not there. And now here's Palacios up to the plate. And now here's the pitch. And that's going to be a ball. That's going to be 1-0. The frustration of this game continues for the Mariners. And it's almost like they're trying to miss the playoffs just for the funny. And that Cleveland series was just absolutely embarrassing. Like, they should have at least taken 2 out of 3 from that. Hell, they could have actually swept the team, as far as I'm concerned. And now we're at 1-0. And now here's the pitch. And that's going to be in there for a strike. As we're at 1-1. And now here's the 1-1 pitch. Swing and a miss, and that is strike 2. As we're at 1-2. And now the pitch again. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. And that is going to be 1 out. Thank goodness they got that out because they still have a man on second base. Wow. Bowl Mike, thank you. I got $10 anyway. Thank you very much for that. And that is going to be a swing and a miss. As we're at 0-1 for Castillo. And now here's the pitch. And that is a strike. Andrew Nguyen. Yep, can't wait for Sunday either. Can't for Sunday. I think he meant can't wait for Sunday. But yes, I am going to be there for the Seahawks game on Sunday. I don't know what would stop. Oh, right. Don't quit your day job. But yeah, Bone Mike, I really do appreciate that. It means a lot. As we're at 0-2 for Nick Fortes. And now here's the pitch. And that's going to be up high for a ball. As now we're at 1-2 so far. And now here's the pitch. Low for a ball, and that is 2-2. Fortes is at 1 for 1. And now the pitch. And that's going to be a ground ball foul. Still 2-2. Was ricocheting off of that Mariner dugout. Still at 2-2. Now here's Fortes. And now the pitch. Check swing. Did he go? He did not go. And that's going to be 3-2. Castillo in a jam once again. He's been failing miserably. Now the 3-2 pitch. And that is strike 3. Called beautiful pitch by Luis Castillo. And that's going to be 2 outs. Castillo now has 5 strikeouts in this game. But along with that, he does have 5 earned runs against him. And now here is Gray up to the plate. And now here's the pitch. And a swing and a miss. And that is strike 1. As we're at 0-1. Now here's the pitch. And a swing and a miss. And that is strike 2. Got 2 outs so far and 2 strikes for Gray. Looks like Castillo has a really good shot to really get out of this inning. And you know what? With still a few innings to go, there is still time to make a comeback. As now we're at 0-2. Now the pitch. And now here's a ground ball right to the first baseman, Naylor. He'll go to the bag, and that's going to retire the side. After a double that was hit by Tampa Bay, the Mariners did resilient. They did show their resilience and at least got the outs, got the 3 outs consecutively. And now we're going to go into commercial break and hoping that the Mariners can make some kind of a comeback. Last hit was done by Eugenio Suarez. It's going to be Jorge Polanco, Dom Canzone, and J.P. Crawford. Pretty underwhelming group, if you ask me, though. back. They're still showing some commercials.
SeatGeek is a mobile ticketing app for sporting events, concerts, and other events. They make the buying experience easier by the app ranking each ticket from 0 to 10 to see if you are getting a good deal, and you can see exactly where you are sitting. I regularly use that app, and I have had nothing but a fantastic experience with SeatGeek. Use my promo code RooftopSports to get $20 off of your first purchase. Link to the code, app, and website will be in the description, so take advantage, and thank you.
And we are back from the break. Mariners are now 2.5 games ahead in the wild card. That is the Texas Rangers threatening them. But fortunately, it looks like Texas is losing today. They are losing barely. It's 3-2. And now here's the pitch to Polanco. So the Mariners are going to have to win this game, because if they don't, things can get real dangerous real fast, as we're at 1-0. In the Rangers game, they're at the top of the third inning, as we're at 1-0 for Polanco. And now the pitch, and a swing and a miss, and that is strike one. It's a very disappointing game for the Mariners so far. They struggled in the second and third inning. They couldn't answer worth of anything, as we're at 1-1 for Polanco. And now here is the pitch. And that's going to be outside for a ball, 2-1. And now we're at 2-1. And now here's the pitch. Way outside for a ball, 3-1. And now the 3-1 pitch. And he jams it. Popped up. A terrible swing by Polanco. Like, what are you freaking doing? I just don't get it. Now it's going to be 3-2. Now we're at 3-2. And now here is the pitch. And that is strike three called. So you won't swing at a perfectly good pitch, but you'll swing at a really shitty one. And now we've got one out. And next is going to be J.P. Crawford up to the plate. And the frustration of this game just absolutely continues. And now we got Dom Canzone up to the plate, not J.P. Crawford. And now here's the pitch. And that's going to be outside for a ball. And now here's the pitch. Way outside for a ball once again. As we're at 3-0, and now the pitch, and that's going to be a strike. As now we're at 3-1, and now the pitch, and that's going to be ball four, take your base. And I thought the umpire for sure was going to call that. And now that is one out. Or no, man on first base. Excuse me. And now here is J.P. Crawford up to the plate. Now the pitch. And that's going to be popped up and fouled. As now we're at 0-1 for JP. He's batting .260 on this season. And now the pitch. And that's going to be a foul ball again. It's going to be 0-2 for JP Crawford. And things are getting a bit dangerous. You're one strike away from making it 2 outs with getting almost nothing done. The Mariners really got to score runs. I don't care if you're down 5-0. You really just got to show your resilience. The pitch outside for a ball. As now we're at 1-2. And now the pitch. Now here's a ground ball, and that is fouled. And now we're at 1-2. And now the pitch. And that is strike 3 called outside the strike zone, but that is 2 outs. But the Mariners should really know that he is calling the strikes outside the strike zone. And plus, it was a good frame job. And now that is 2 strikeouts in this inning. And now all it is just going to be Cole Young. Now here's Cole Young. He's batting .228. He has absolutely been struggling. And now it's going to be the pitch, and that's going to be a strike. And that's going to be 1-1. And now we're still at 1-1. And now the pitch. And that's going to be outside for a ball. As we're at 2-1 for Cole Young. And now the pitch. And that is going to be inside for a ball. As we're at 3-1. And now the pitch. Swing and a miss, and that is strike 2. He had to swing at that one. Yeah, Mariners are not looking so good. Yeah, Castillo is just absolutely shot. As we're at 3-2. And now the pitch. Now here's a ground ball, and that is going to be an easy play. Throw to first, and that's going to be in time. And that's going to retire the side. Mariners wasted another opportunity, leaving a man on base. And that is going to, and the Mariners have actually left 3 men on base. So it's been a really frustrating game for the Mariners. Senor, tell me how you make a thin crust Sahara pizza.
With your hands. Cornmeal.
Hello, baseball fans. I'm excited to announce that we are still offering 50% off pizza and 25% off bowling Monday and Tuesdays. Head on over to Snoqualmie Sahara Pizza. This deal will go through May.
And that's how you make Brazil pizza. Beautiful paintbrush.
And it's Labor Day, so you have time to go to Snoqualmie Sahara Pizza to get your 25% off bowling. No bottom cheese, terrible pizza. Man, you hate everything. And now we are back from the break. And I wonder if that is it for Luis Castillo. He has 78 pitches and just 4 innings pitched. You know, like Papa Murphy's? Papa Murphy's actually pretty good. Yeah, because at least you can oven it yourself if you would like to. Now the pitch. And that is going to be a strike. And that's actually Carlos Vargas, and he is now on the mound. As we're at 0-1, now the pitch. And that's going to be outside for a ball. And the pitch. And that's going to be a ground ball right to Vargas, and the toss over the first, and that's going to be in time. And we are back from the break, and that is going to be 1-0. And now the pitch, and that's going to be a swing and a miss. And did he go? And he did go. That's going to be 1-2. Randy Arozarena, the former Tampa Bay Ray. And now we're at 2-2 for Randy Arozarena. Now the pitch. Now here's a line drive, and that is going to be caught by Dom Canzone. And that right there that's going to be 2 outs already. Now here is Brandon Lau up to the plate. And now the pitch. And that is going to be inside. It's going to be outside for a ball. Or actually, it's going to be right in there for a strike. And now we're at the 0-1. And that's going to be popped up and fouled. I am going to do the Seahawks game on Sunday. I'm doing the live play-by-play for Sunday for sure. As we're at 0-2. And now the pitch. And that's going to be a ground ball right to Carlos Vargas. Throw to first in time, and that's going to retire the side. And that was an easy 1-2-3 inning. And the Mariners, they have got to... I know, flick of the switch. Yeah, the Mariners are going to step up. Here's the thing. If the freaking Cleveland Guardians can come back from a 4-0 lead, and they're a crappy team, not going to make the playoffs, then why not the Mariners? Why is it that when the Mariners are up 1-0, it's literally like 1-0 to them, but then when they're down by 4 or 5, they're like down by 10? I don't think I have seen any Seattle team be considered a good comeback team. None of them are. Never seen them make a good comeback. Name one time a Seattle team made a good comeback like at this magnitude. See? You don't even know it. Because they never have. Yeah, probably. Well, yeah. I mean, what do you think? I mean, I had "Don't Quit Your Day Job" pretty much wipe out half my game because of last minute things and shenanigans. Didn't we have a comeback like a week ago? No, I don't think so. I don't recall. Oh, it was that Padres game. I mean, any monkey can beat the Padres. They're not even that good. I mean, let's remember in 1998, the Yankees humiliated them. They were up like 4-2, and it didn't matter. So, yeah, San Diego doesn't count. That's an asterisk. You gotta make comebacks. Yeah, it's San Diego. Who cares? They're not even that good of a team. Any monkey can beat that team. Okay, fine. Flick of the switch. I'm just frustrated to watch a game like this where the Mariners are showing absolutely no sense of urgency and no fight. It's like they're not even trying. It's like they're just trying to milk this game and just wait till tomorrow. And now we're at 1-1, and now here's the pitch. And now here's a ground ball, and that's going to get right through for a base hit. And now we've got Randy Arozarena at first base. And now we got Cal Raleigh up to the plate. And let's see what he can do. Let's hope he can do something good. Yeah, they do the same crap every year, don't they? And they love doing it. And they double down on it. Now here's Cal Raleigh up to the plate. And now here's the pitch. And that's going to be low for a ball. And that is ball one. As we're at 1-0. Now here's the pitch. Now here's a ground ball, and that's going to get right through for a base hit. Is Randy Arozarena going to go to third base? And nope, he's going to stay at second base because he doesn't want to do anything stupid. And now it's going to be up to Julio Rodriguez to extend this inning. And this is a time where Julio, you don't have to go for the home run. All you got to do is just poke it somewhere, load the bases, and let someone like Josh Naylor and Eugenio Suarez take care of it. Or if it's at least a really good pitch, just let it come to you. Don't force it, Julio. First hit since hitting his 50th home run of the season. So it's been a long time coming since he hit the 50th home, since he got a base hit. And now it looks like pitching coach is talking to Baz, and he's basically just saying this: hey, it's the Mariners. Relax. You're up 5-0. They ain't going to do shit on you. Don't worry about it. Just chill. That's what it pretty much is. And that conversation is over. Baz has 71 pitches so far. He's been much more efficient today than Luis Castillo ever has been. Still can't believe I was able to make time to come back for the Mariners game. Now we're at top of the sixth for Julio Rodriguez. He has struck out and ground out, hence why he should not be focused on home runs. Just go for a simple hit or draw a walk. You can. And now here's the pitch. And that is low for a ball, and that is ball one. So it looks like he is trying to be a little bit more patient this time, as we're at 1-0 for Julio Rodriguez. 72 pitches for Baz so far. Now here is the pitch. And that's going to be a ground ball foul. I don't think he really had to swing at that one, but it looks like he was going for the home run ball, which, Julio, I just don't think it's necessary. Just go for a base hit. Let it come to you. Don't force it, which you always do. As we're at 1-1 for Julio Rodriguez. And now here's the pitch. And that is going to be a swing and a miss. Well, it depends which teams they were against. I mean, it was a good pitch to swing at. It's just that Julio, he's just trying to hit that home run as we're at 1-2. And now here's the pitch. Now here's a ground ball foul. They're just throwing breaking stuff on him. They're treating him like he's Pedro Serrano, according to Google, or Goggle. I mean, Johnny Lawrence from Cobra Kai called it Goggles. He thought it was Goggle, not Google. And Daniel LaRusso went, oh, I'm surprised you know how to goggle. As we're at 1-2 for Julio Rodriguez. And he could strike out any time. And now here's the pitch. And that's going to be low for a ball. And that is 2-2 on Julio Rodriguez. And again, with 2 strikes, there's really no reason to go for a home run. All you got to do, just poke it somewhere and just go for a single. As we're at 2-2. And now here is the pitch. And that's going to be popped up, and that should be playable. Going to the catcher. Nope, that's going to be way out of play, actually. And now it's still going to be 2-2. I'm telling you, he got under it on this one. He got way under it. So it's a good indication that he's really just trying to go for that home run ball, which he really doesn't have to. I don't see a reason for him to do so. It's just not necessary. As we're at 2-2. And now the pitch. Now here's a fly ball to left field, and that's not going to do anything, and no one's going to be moving there. It looked good for a second, and nope, it's going to be 1 out, and you might as well just... And why is Julio smiling? Like, why are you smiling? You got under it, and you suck. Did they really think that too? Angie just blamed the wind for that? That's pathetic. Yep. Oh, looks like we got moving to second and third base. Looks like Josh Naylor grounded out. And now it's going to be up to Eugenio Suarez. Angie blaming the wind. Yeah, she's pathetic for that. It's like, no excuses. You got under it. Angie would know about things that blow. Wow. Now we got Suarez. At least just poke something, because you have runners on second and third, so you don't really have to go for a home run. But it's something the Mariners are obsessed with doing. Now the pitch, and that's going to be a foul ball, and you know he was going for that. But again, I just don't see a reason to go for home runs when you have runners on second and third. Even just going for a single will easily get in 2 runs, especially with 2 outs. You don't have to go for a home run. As we're at 0-1 for Gino. And now here is the pitch. And now here's a fly ball to right field, and that is going to be a foul ball. It looked good, and now he's going to be an 0-2, and you might as well just say he's going to strike out. Like, watch this. He's going to strike out in about 30 seconds. All I'm going to say is say bye-bye. Watch this. I have a magic trick. Watch this. Here comes the pitch, and bye-bye. Oh, no, it's going to be way up high for a ball, and that is going to be 1-2. But, okay, you know what? In magic tricks, maybe there could be a second chance. Here is my magic trick. I'm going to make Eugenio Suarez disappear by a strikeout. Watch this. Bye-bye. Yep. I just did my magic trick. There he goes. That's out. Bye-bye. He strikes out. So much for good vibes only. And that's going to go into the very next inning. That is now in the middle of the 6th inning, going into the bottom of the 6th. There goes Flick to the Switch. Have a good night. Thanks for being here. Got 10 viewers so far. Hit that like button, subscribe. Also hit the notification and also follow suit with the Bohm Mike. As much as he donated $10 to the show, you shall too. All this don't quit your day job talk. Haha, you and Steve laughed at me for the merit. Yeah, and I'm still going to laugh at you for saying it. And Josh, I need you, man. All right, get in. I'm very lonely. I will be expecting you like the Emperor says. I have been expecting you. And now we are back from the break, and now Carlos Vargas is going to pitch again. And looks like he is the long relief man for today. He's doing some laundry. I don't blame you. He's a responsible man. As we're at 1-0 for Junior Caminero. Now the pitch. And that is going to be inside for a ball. We're at 2-0 by Carlos Vargas, and now the pitch. And it looks like he fouled it off of his foot, and now that's going to be 2-1. Junior Caminero is shaken up just a little bit. As we're at 2-1. There's a Mariners fan and a Rays fan, Cal Raleigh and Caminero. As we're at 2-1. And now the pitch. And that's going to be a foul ball. As we're at 2-2. And the pitch. Inside, that nearly hit him. As we're at 3-2 on Junior Caminero. And now the pitch. And now here's a liner to left field, and that is going to drop in for a base hit. And Randy, why aren't you hustling? You're just letting it happen? Just run. Maybe you can prevent these doubles from happening. Okay, I'm going to do Randy, bottom 6, Junior, and it was bottom 4, double. I'm going to point this out that Randy Arozarena has no hustle. Now here is Josh Lau up to the plate, and now the pitch, and that's going to be right in there for a strike. As we're at 0-1, now the pitch, way outside for a ball, and that is 1-1. And now here's going to be a fly ball, and that is foul. We're at 1-2. And the pitch. And that's going to be inside for a ball. We're at 2-2 now. And the pitch. And that's going to be a foul ball. We're at 2-2. Still stuck at 2-2 as Josh Lau is just keeping everything alive as much as he possibly can. We're at 2-2. And now the 2-2 pitch. And that's going to be a foul ball again. Now the 2-2 pitch. Way up high for a ball. How's it going, the amazing Josho?
I'm doing fine. Just enjoying, Labor Day and all that.
3-2. It's going to be a foul ball again, and Josh Lau is really fighting it off. It's a crazy thing. The Mariners had just swept the Tampa Bay Rays, and now it looks like they're on pace to get swept by the Tampa Bay Rays, it seems like.
Well, I am happy to see this.
And the 3-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3, and that is going to be 1 out.
Because this race is getting too close.
Yeah. A little bit, but we all know it's Rodney Pressure. What's up with this team? Good grief. Yeah. What is up with this team?
I'm also like, have you not seen Mariners baseball before?
Yeah, I'm sure we all have. The pitch way outside for a ball.
Because, yeah, the Astros, like, what the heck was that series? We split the series with the Angels, and with the exception of, I didn't see the final stat line, but during today's game, they flashed it up, and the Astros were 9 for 51 with runners in scoring position. And
now we're at 2-0.
We're in that today's game.
We're at 2-0 so far, and Cal Raleigh's having a little bit of a chat.
And I'm all like, you're in a minor league stadium. You should be doing well.
Now we're at 2-0 for Magnum. Or Mangum. It's not Magnum.
And
now the pitch. And that's going to be a foul ball. The Don't Quit Your Day Job will be revealed by commercial break. The pitch. And now here is a blooper, and that is going to drop in for a base hit. And that one I'm really frustrated because I'm like, I think Julio had plenty of time to go for that. Like, it was like a really slow one.
Well, Fritz, how about those late 90s Mariners? Some people argue that outfield was one of the best assembled in a long time. What were they able to do with it? Almost nothing.
Which is why, like, when I work in childcare, when you can have the best thing ever.
Yeah. Literally, the Cleveland Browns should be perennial Super Bowl teams. Because literally, you look at the talent that they have on their roster, they should be. but rarely do they make the playoffs because they find ways to squander that talent.
Always do.
Yeah. Like, just because the Mariners have, what is it, like top 5 farm system right now, doesn't mean anything.
Doesn't mean anything at all.
Or another example, baseball wise, that Dominican Republic team in the last World Baseball Classic, Jeremy Pena was your 9th hitter. That just
Now here's a ground ball, give me double play ball, throw to second, throw to first, in time for the double play, and that's going to retire the side. The Mariners get themselves out of a little jam. And finish what you say before I tell you my don't quit your day job story.
Like, so that was your 9th hitter, and yet they weren't able to get out of the pool play. And they were a team that a lot of people said was going to go far, if not the whole thing.
Yeah. All right. You ready for the exciting don't quit your day job story?
Yeah.
So I have a rental listing with my partner, and this tenant was like, can I see this house at 5 p.m.? And I'm like, okay, great. I'm going to miss the Mariners game. I'm like, okay, fine. I'll do it because
money.
No, it couldn't pass up. It was going to be worth it. And then I get to the property. The key is not working. So there's that. So we got to either find the right key, or we may have to switch the doorknob thing, because maybe the last tenant messed with it.
Of course.
And then here's more. I told the tenant, I'm like, hey, we can't do this. We're gonna have to do it some other day. I'm sorry, man. Lo siento, señor. And he goes, okay. And as soon as I'm about to get home, because I'm like, okay, now I'm gonna do the Mariners game. Probably gonna be about inning late. Okay. He texts, goes, actually, can I see it? I'm like, but we won't be able to go inside at all. And he goes, no, it's fine. It's all about the location, because, it makes sense. Sometimes there are prospective tenants out there that they don't care about necessarily the location. They just care about they don't care about what the insides look like, since they got pictures. They're just fine looking at, I don't know.
Like what the neighborhood's like, that kind of stuff.
Yeah, it was more of that. And fortunately, at the end of the day, he was like, yeah, give me the application. I go, okay. So, and then I show up to the show late, going into the 4th inning. And because as long as it didn't go past the 5th inning, this still counts as an official game. And now the pitch to Polanco.
Yeah, you caught it.
That's a strike. I caught it, and about within a few minutes, I got rewarded with this. So I guess good karma's a thing sometimes.
Hey, look.
Now here's Jorge Polanco, the pitch. And that is going to be swing and a miss.
And Kevin Kirby, they're like that's a really great deal. But I'm also going to tell you, unless you're in the area that's around the Tetons or Yellowstone, no one wants to live out there. That's the reason why it's so cheap.
Pretty much, yeah. As we're at 0-2 for Polanco, and now here's the pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3. It just seems that this game is just not meant to be at all.
Yeah, but like Texas, for instance, there are areas, if you go far north Texas, like West Texas and stuff, where it gets really dry, there's a lot of cheap land out there, but no one wants to live out there.
No one does. Not exactly. And now we got Mitch Garver. He's pinch hitting for Dom Canzone. What about Harry Ford? What'd you call him up for then?
Yo, Mr. Ford, we just want to call you up for the laughs. Are you good with that? Yeah, I'm good with that.
Yeah, just collect the paycheck, really.
Yeah. But yeah, Kevin Kirby, Wyoming and places is very nice. Like I said.
Now the 1-0. It's going to be low for a ball, 2-0.
But then there are areas like Lost Springs, Wyoming. And the reason why I remember this is I happen to be traveling there with my family. We were going, I think, to
Too low.
Colorado,
Low for a ball 3-0.
and we had just gone through the Black Hills, which was really nice, and Lost Springs and that whole area was but ugly. And literally, Lost Springs, it said it had a population of like
3-0 pitch. And that's
10.
going to be a strike.
And the only reason why people stopped there is because there was a gas station. But like
Now we're at
there was like
3-1.
3 houses and 2 of them were abandoned.
And the pitch. And that is a strike. And Mitch Garver should have swung at that one, as it was literally right smack dab down the middle.
You could say he's a window shopper.
Pretty much. As now we're at 3-2. And now the pitch. And strike 3 called. And Mitch Garver literally didn't even take a swing at anything. And that is going to be 2 outs.
Window shopper.
This is embarrassing.
Yeah, you're in a minor league stadium. You should be doing well. Though I said that about my Astros when we were playing here and we did terrible. So I'm not really one to talk. And my, Round Rock Chupacabras shirt.
Now we're at J.P. Crawford and being pitched by Clevenger. He's batting .259. And now the pitch. And now here's a ground ball, and that's going to get right through for a base hit, but it is too little too late as J.P. Crawford gets to first base.
Because you're already in a hole.
And Emerson Hancock's in the bullpen. We'll get to see how he does. I think maybe he should have gotten the chance when Carlos Vargas was doing it. Oh, Kevin Kirby is saying a lot of stuff. We're not even losing to bad teams. We're losing to bad players. That is true. Losing to the bottom feeders.
Hey, the Astros have been doing the exact same thing as well. We played down to our competition so badly. Like, we lost 2 games.
By the way, does Goldsmith know how to read a ball? Like Julio, yeah. It's true. And now here's Cole Young. I mean, granted, I have misread it too, and I'm like, oh, it's drill. Oh, it's just a pop out. But I don't.
Or the classic, and it's deep and foul.
Oh, here's a fly ball. Foul.
Yep.
Now the pitch. And that's going to be in there for a strike 1 and 2.
Yeah.
I'm all like how mid the AI is.
Yeah, the AL is very mid.
AL.
Like,
I thought it said AI for a second.
Well, okay, it's a lowercase L, so it makes sense.
1-2. But... No, it's gonna be. It was a throwback to first.
Like, sure, Detroit has 80 wins, but I'm going to tell you most of those 80 wins come from the AL Central. Literally, that's where most of their wins come from.
And the pitch.
And that's your best team.
And that's going to be a fly ball to left field and fouled.
Like, honestly, I don't know who's going to represent the AL in the World Series. Though I think in the NL, the Brewers have a really good shot to represent the NL.
They really do. No, they're not going to make the playoffs. There's just too many games left. Way too many games left.
Well, and it's getting really close because Texas is trying to make a run.
They're getting hot. The 1-2, swing and a miss, strike 3, and that's going to retire the side. And now we're going to go into the bottom of the 7th inning by singing "Take Me Out to the Ball Game." Take me out to the ball game. Take me out to the crowd. Buy me some peanuts and Cracker Jacks. I don't care if I ever get back, so let's root for the Mariners. If they don't win, it's a shame. It's already a shame because they already lost. Or it's 1 2, 3 strikes, you're out at the old ball game.
But
Oh no, said we gotta go. Yeah. Low and low. Oh, baby, said we gotta go. A fine little girl, she waiting for me. I catch a ship across the sea. And on the ship all alone. We never think I'll make it home. Yeah, they suck.
yeah, they can't make it home.
Nope.
That was the Astros in the Angels series. Like, jeez.
Ugh.
Some of the most painful games to watch, it seemed like.
And we are back from the break. And also between 883 and 878, choose your immaculate grid choice. Because I think I already know which one you're going to choose.
Okay, which one has the Astros then?
I think it's 883.
Okay, well, let me go check it.
And we got Emerson Hancock in the bullpen as he's going to give it a shot and see what he can do in relief. And now here is the pitch. Now here's a ground ball right to J.P. Crawford. He bobbled the ball, and now that's going to be runner on first base, and that should be considered an error. Yeah, that was a pretty embarrassing play. And J.P. Crawford wonders why. I mean, people wonder why. I mean, J.P. Crawford should really know how much he's really not that good. I mean, I will not. I don't think I'll miss much of him after his contract is up or when the Mariners trade him to pitch. And I don't even think he really has that much value to begin with. Yeah. You're not going to get much out of him.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll go with 883. Even though looking at this
is going to be a strike.
An interesting one if I'm trying not to get, guys that will really tank me.
And now the pitch. And that's going to be a strike. Emerson Hancock's already called up. Colt Emerson. But I don't know. He's just in Double-A right now. As now we're at 1-2. And time has been called. There's no guarantees that Cole Young is going to be of any better. Or Cole Emerson. And now the pitch. Low for a ball, 2-2. Why they're talking about Harry Ford? He's just sitting on the bench doing nothing.
Yeah, look at that.
What's your take on going on a 4? Which other bat are you going to get? They've already brought up Leo Rivas, and that's going to be swing and a miss, strike 3. Nice 98-mile-an-hour fastball by Hancock. That's really good to see because he was maybe a 95 at best. Las Montez, they're not going to call up someone that's just gotten into Double-A with strikeout problems.
Well, yeah. Also, a Double-A call-up is super rare. Like, usually it's one of two things. You're desperate or they're that good. And that is quite rare. And even then, it's usually a combination of both.
Emerson Hancock is topping out his fastball at 98. He's coming back to his old form. Just a little bit. Maybe the bullpen could be best suited for him. Now here's the 1-0. And that's going to be a foul ball. As we're at 1-1. Canzone has strikeout problems, and they call up Double-A pitchers.
Guys.
Oh, World Series, baby.
No, World Series.
As we're at 1-1, now the pitch. And now here's going to be a liner to left field, and that is going to be a base hit. And Randy Rosarena seemed to have lost the ball, but luckily nobody is moving any further. So that's just going to be runners on first and second. with one out.
Yeah.
I'll say this. If the Mariners were out of playoff contention, then I'll give Montez a chance. But the thing is, they're so obsessed with that whole service time thing. Like, very obsessed with it. Now here's Yanner Diaz up to the plate.
Yandy Diaz, not Yanner. He's on the Astros.
Yandy Diaz. Yeah, Yandy Diaz.
It's easy to
speak of Diaz.
I am both Y Diaz.
It's true. Speaking of fantasy baseball,
if both were catchers.
I did achieve. Well, there was 2 Scott Services in the league before.
Yeah.
And now the pitch. Now here's a liner, and that's going to be a base hit. That's going to be a fair ball going into the corner. That's going to score at least 2 runs for sure. It will score 2 runs, and that's a 2-run double by Yandy Diaz. Oh my goodness.
Yes, Kevin. I actually think because part of the problem with Texas's momentum right now is it's all hinging on the fact that they had their roster come back healthy, and now they're all going down with injury again. Marcus Semien is out for the rest of the season. I don't know if he's one that he can come back in the playoffs. Like something like
they
Josh
have Dylan
Hayden.
Moore, though, and he's off to a good start. They got Dylan Moore.
Yeah, and I heard.
And don't forget Kansas City. Don't discount Kansas City either.
Yeah, because you got Kansas City, you got Cleveland, and you got Texas. They're all really hot. Now, Cleveland is going to find a way to be Cleveland, so you can probably push.
Yeah,
those.
but Seattle's harder than Cleveland's.
They do, but when one of the teams behind you is Cleveland,
swing and a miss, strike 2. Sad that Service ever had this much talent. What an offseason will it be if Seattle misses the playoffs?
Well,
I never liked Service, though. Service had talent. Last year, he didn't. Last year was lack of talent for sure. As we're at 0-2.
I will say that if you
and the pitch.
If Seattle
swing and a miss, strike 3.
Well, what do you do next? You can't just say, "Oh, we'll just keep spinning the wheels." Essentially, what do you do next?
It makes you question if they're just going to trade some of their assets. So, there's nothing to trade. But the other question is, the other reason why Mariners are running out of time is George Kirby and Logan Gilbert are getting close to the end of their arbitration periods, along with Randy Arozarena. And now the pitch. Now here's a ground ball, and that's going to get right through for a base hit as Cole Young is unable to field it. Now that's going to be an 8-0 lead for the Tampa Bay Rays, and this game is pretty much well out of reach.
Yeah, this game is done. Hancock, if I was being smart, I would keep Hancock in for the rest of the game.
I would too.
Yeah,
but I don't think I'm not blaming. But I'm not blaming everything on Hancock. I don't want to because
I would not.
The game's already lost, and J.P. Crawford he committed that error, which pretty much ripped the confidence away, changed the whole complexion for that inning.
Well, yeah, if you get that, the thing is that
and now here's a fly ball drilled to right center field, and Luke Raley makes the catch.
That strikeout that Brandon did would have ended the inning, meaning you only give up the 2 runs. You don't give up that third.
Instead of immaculate, I got to do this.
My point is it's across all Seattle sports. It's this idea, like people pleading 3-4 years ago to bring back Ichiro. When Ichiro was like 93 years old. I'm like, no, I do not want to bring back Ichiro. Like Griffey when he's got a walker out there and he gives you a single every 60 games. Like the list goes on and on. Like people crying. Like Haniger comes back and you think that we just signed a Hall of Famer. Like he was injured all of last year. He's like 33 years old. We trade for him, give up on Robbie Ray, which whatever. And all of a sudden, I swear, all of Twitter is like, World Series, baby! Let's go! Let's go! He was a negative WAR player for them last year, but because we love Henny, baby, he's going to come and save the Mariners.
The 0-2 pitch.
You gotta love these guys.
He literally just swing. It never gets old.
No, well, like or Griffey when he's got a walker.
Haneker comes back, and you think we just got a Hall of Famer?
No, I'm all like, you could have added on to that. Like, let's bring back, if we're bringing back Griffey, let's bring back Griffey Sr. He's still alive.
World Series, baby.
Also bring back Jamie Moyer. Let's make him like the oldest player ever.
He's way out of shape now.
Well, yeah, since he hasn't pitched a game since 2012.
2012. Now here is Randy Arozarena, and a big swing and a miss, and that is strike one. At this point, let Harry Ford play. Give him a bat at least, and give him like an inning or so.
I would just put the bench in because that's something that the Astros typically do if the game is way out of reach or they've put it way out of reach. Unless a player is really on fire and they want to just see, let them keep playing, they will typically just put in the bench. So the bench guys get some reps.
Here is Randy Arozarena, now the pitch, and that is a strike. We better go get Tino, ask Edgar to hit for us, maybe Buhner, if only.
Yeah.
As we're at 1-2 for Randy Arozarena.
If the Mariners miss
and the pitch and strike three called
reboot, like a partial reset.
What they would do is they're going to dump a few key players. I think they're going to make a decision to trade either like George Kirby or Logan Gilbert. So I think it'll be more of a reload, but it will just look really, really bad. They can't blow it up because of too much young talent the Mariners still have.
Well, and also you have because Cal they've locked up for a long time.
Now here's Cal Raleigh, Julio. But the question is, what are they going to do with Logan Gilbert, George Kirby, and I think Arozarena, though, the Mariners will easily let go, which I'm okay with. I'm not the biggest fan of him. He's talent, but he's very goofy and too flashy. And Cal Raleigh fouls it off, which, again, I thought this would be the great opportunity to let's just give Harry Ford a shot.
Cal, they're not going to take the bat away from him because they just want him to get home runs.
Then maybe take it away from Polanco.
Oh, yeah, take it away.
Now here's a liner to right field, and that's going to drop in for a base hit. Now you got Cal Raleigh at first base.
You see a lot of some of their smaller contracts and expiring contracts where they just say, we're going to just dump these. We're going to dump these guys and let our young talent come up. Like, not our super
how
young
about
talent.
this? You got to dump these guys.
The 2025 offseason.
You got to dump these guys. And now here's Julio Rodriguez, which they literally did throughout the you got to love these guys era.
Because, you could trade away Randy.
As now we're at 1-0 for Julio. He's going to be now the 1-0 pitch. Now here's a grounder right to the shortstop. Double play ball. Throw to second, throw to first. In time for the double play. I mean, I would nail on Julio Rodriguez for not hustling. No, JP's not going to get – he'll maybe get you a half-ass bullpen pitcher at best.
It would be more of a package deal. Like, say you trade both Randy and him together, I could see a package deal out of that.
Yeah, except
it would be more you're trying to offload some of the talent that's not helping you and try to bring in some new talent and young talent as well. And then for their starting pitching, they'll try to extend them, and if they are unable to, they will probably all get some will get traded before the season starts, and if the season goes poorly, they will trade the rest.
I'm going to look up Mariners contracts and see where they are at.
So, because it's Kirby and Logan are both up after next season.
Yeah.
So
let me see. No. Here's what it is. Logan Gilbert's a free agent in 28. George Kirby is a free agent in 29. So I think you would think that they're gonna do another year of arbitration, but the thing is, their value just may keep going up. Randy has one more year left in arbitration.
He's probably getting traded if they don't make the playoffs here.
That's what I'm thinking.
Him and he will probably get shipped off.
Gabe Spires is on an ARB. Taylor Saucedo, I think will get Saucedo will get non-tendered.
Speaking of Saucedo, he's out to pitch right now.
Because why not? The game is way out of reach at this point.
Just get some reps. Like not that long ago, we actually had Lance McCullers come out of the bullpen and pitch.
It's so out of reach. We might as well just get this done.
Oh no. Okay. Houston Brewers, Dallas Keuchel.
That's a good one.
Now, these next two are going to probably be a little bit of guys that are going to tank me a little bit. So, Brewers, Braves, let's go Hank Aaron just because he's an easy one.
Aaron.
He's going to tank me a little bit, but
Smash Aaron.
Okay. Houston Orioles, Trey Mancini. Gotta go with the guy that I have a jersey for. Okay. Houston, Detroit, let's go Justin Verlander. He's going to be like 60%, but we're going to try to get as many as we can.
49%.
Hey, he was actually less than I thought. Okay. And now we come to the humming phase. Trying to think of some of the players that have played on these teams. Greinke didn't play on those squads. Otherwise, I could have used him. KC, Baltimore. That's a weird one. KC Brewers. That's who the heck played for those two teams?
And Rodney, that was it was 2020, not 21.
Well, honestly, I'm probably going to just give up here because I can't think of any other players.
604.
Oh. Because
I'm going to guess. Oh, that'd be too easy.
Yeah. You know what?
I'll pick a harder one to make it fair.
Okay.
Like this one. Yeah, this one I'm probably going to stink.
Nah.
Watch this. Gary Sheffield. Brewers and Dodgers. This is really tough. See?
I think with Gary Sheffield, you'd probably
Randall Simon.
I
don't even.
Yeah, because I'm going to guess it's one that they have to have had that season while playing for the team. Because the Cubs, there's only one name coming to mind, but he didn't have that when he was playing with the team.
Eric Karros.
Oh, man. I think if you gave up here, you'd probably win.
Oh. Eddie Guardado.
And honestly, probably. If you did some really common
LA and the Twins. Which I don't know any. That's the problem.
Yeah. I know for Brewers 30 saves. I know that one.
Yeah.
Cubs 30 saves. I do not know any guy that has done it in a Cubs uniform.
Me neither.
Like there's one I know who did it, and he does wear a Cubs uniform, but he didn't do it while he was in a Cubs uniform. And some of those are kind of a bit annoying because some of them
I still won.
Yeah, like I said. So who I was thinking about for Brewers was Hader, which that one's just no duh. Oh no.
Oh, yeah, I won. Oh, now we're at 3-2.
Look away.
And now here's the pitch. And now here's a fly ball drilled to right center field. Forget about that one. That is a 2-run home run by Gray. And Tampa Bay has completely opened it up to make it 10-0. And that is just more than
of the season.
A dagger. That's just.
Oh my! Why were you throwing
this is not
middle?
Just a. No. Hold on. This is not just a dagger. This is just kicking a dead horse. But looking at the pitch by Saucedo, literally just right down the middle, 92. Yeah, that's gonna leave right there.
You threw a gopher ball.
Yeah, I think this proves why Saucedo cannot be on the Mariners anymore. That's why he's probably going to get non-tendered after this season.
Though I will
he has no trade value.
They will probably try to see if they can't ship him off in a trade package.
They're going to non-tender him.
Well, it will
what
most likely
they get
non-tendering, but a lot of teams try to ship.
But what can they really? Hey, but what are they going to get? They're going to get like.
Hey, you put him with J.P. Crawford.
I mean, Boston Red Sox got Jason Varitek and Derek Lowe out of Heathcliff Slocum, so I guess anything is possible.
Well, yeah. The Mariners, if you're smart about it, you will try to shop him, but most likely it's going to end in a non-tendering. Now,
another pitch. Here's a ground ball right to J.P. Crawford, throw to first in time. That's going to retire the side. We're going to go into the
is left.
Suarez, this is it. This is it.
Does he come back?
No, absolutely not.
I don't think he will.
They're not going to bring him back.
Sure, if it comes out that like it's near the like right around the time that spring training's about to start and he hasn't signed yet, I could see them, making an attempt.
Now, hometown discount type, but he's.
Do they do a qualifying offer?
No, there's no There's no qualifying. He's not qualified for a qualifying offer.
Okay, I can't remember on the rules for that, but because at that point I would have done a qualifying offer just because you'd get something out of it.
Solano got cut. Donovan Solano got cut.
Okay.
Julio Rodriguez has a contract until up to 2034. He could be out of the team by 2029. Cal Raleigh has up to 2031.
And honestly, what like if they did kind of like what I was thinking on like kind of a partial reboot is essentially you build around those pieces and then some of the other pieces you have locked up and you just kind of start kind of over but not quite.
They also backloaded his contract.
Yeah. Which is that Cal's contract?
It is Cal's contract, yes.
That means if Cal ends up dropping off, that's going to be really hard to trade him.
Let's hope they don't get to that point.
Yeah, hopefully they don't get to that point, though. It is kind of weird because typically teams usually try to front load the contract unless they're the Dodgers and then they just defer it into oblivion.
You never know. And we are back from the break.
Because
here's Josh Naylor, and now here's the pitch.
Something
and that is a strike.
Well,
new GM. We need new everything. New owner too.
Yeah,
as we're at 0-1.
Might as well throw in a new stadium as well.
Stadium's not the problem.
Well, yeah, the stadium is not the problem, but if we're just doing new everything, might as well.
If anything, the stadium is actually advantage for them.
It is an advantage, but it's also a curse. It seems like they've been cursed by that stadium.
Yeah, they already had their problems at the Kingdom.
Yeah, the Kingdom, they still would have found ways to lose, but...
Now we got one out, and now here is Eugenio Suarez, and at this point, all I want to see is just a home run from him. That's all I care about at this point.
All right, guys, goodbyes only. Don't forget it.
Stop it.
Thank you.
I'm just going to say this, that every team should bring back a manual scoreboard. The fact that there's only 3 teams that use that as their current scoreboard is ridiculous.
Mariners, Boston, and some other team.
Nope. It's the 2 that you would think, the Cubs and Red Sox, just because of how old their stadiums are. Houston and the Rockies, partially.
Mariners also have a manual scoreboard too.
Yeah, I've seen that one, but
now here's a fly ball to left field, and that's going to drop in for a base hit, and Suarez is going to go to second base with a 1-out double, but it may not mean for much.
Is it someone in there, or is it a machine putting them in? Because I know what it is, and I was kind of like, I remember seeing the Mariners with it. Because a lot of teams are just getting rid of that because that's just, people they don't have to pay anymore.
Who knows?
Yeah, let's see.
And now we've got next up to the plate. And it's going to be Leo Rivas pinch hitting. We'll be looking forward to see how much he can contribute to the Mariners. Now he's back on the team via the expanded rosters. Mariners only now have a 2.5 game lead on the wild card. So at this point, it seems that the wild card might actually be the priority at this point. And now the pitch, and that is a strike. And Rangers and Diamondbacks are actually at deadlocked at 3-3.
Yeah, they've tied it up.
Now we're at 0-1 for Rivas. Now the pitch, and that's going to be low for a ball.
Yeah, I'm trying to look up information about it. I've seen pictures of it, and I know what it looks like, but it's like, oh, I know why. It's not an out-of-town scoreboard.
And now here's a fly ball to deep right center field, and that is gone. That is a home run for Leo Rivas, and the Mariners finally put themselves on the board. That is his first home run of the season for Leo Rivas, and congratulations as he does get one. And now it's Tampa Bay 10 and the Mariners 2. As you can tell, I had to say that very, very slowly because I have messed up.
But okay, I know why it isn't counted on those, because all the other scoreboards, they have it where it's either just the team score and the out of town score. And for out of town scoreboards, yeah, there's only 3 completely manual and 1 partial manual, which is the Rockies.
And actually, that was Leo Rivas's first career home run, and it was a beauty. And now here is Luke Raley up to the plate.
Baseball.
And now the pitch. And now here's a fly ball to center field, and that's not going to go anywhere. And he makes the catch, and the Mariners are down to their final out. It was a nice home run by Leo Rivas. It was right down the middle, too. But again, it may not. So
hopefully he gets it.
But again, it may not mean for much.
Hey, it's nice to see something. Like it's better to get some quote unquote pity points than to be shut out.
Now here's JP Crawford, and that's going to be a strike.
But yeah, it is weird to think about that only 3 ballparks have out of town scoreboards that are manual completely.
And swing and a miss, and now it's game time. So the Mariners are on the verge on their final strike. It's been a disastrous game for the Mariners. Tomorrow they've got to rebound and come right back. And now we're at 0-2. And now here is the pitch.
Have the Yankees in town.
Oh, well, that could.
Diamondbacks took the lead.
Good. Diamondbacks took the lead. We need that, as we're at 1-2. As this could very much be the last pitch. And now here is the pitch. And low for a ball, 2-2. Would hate it to see the Mariners miss the playoffs by 1 game.
And once then again, it would just be all like, and Naylor helped them almost make it to the playoffs, but then ultimately denied them the playoffs.
2-2 pitch. And now here's a fly ball to right field, and that's actually going to drop in for a base hit. And now you got JP Crawford at first base, and now it's going to be
stat padding.
Cole Young. They are pretty much stat padding at this point.
Well, yeah, it is. Like the only one I can say was not stat padding was Leo Rivas, because your first home run, you would have liked
first
it
home run of his entire career.
It's your first.
We got Young and Van Bell talking.
Well, that would be weird because Young's on the Mariners, and unless is their catcher also called Young?
Who knows?
Well, because I'm
Cole
looking at
Young up the plate,
and it says, "Oh yeah, Young's over there talking." I'm all like, I know that's not him because that's the other team. Just imagine that. Hey guys,
doesn't fool me that they just flat out didn't show up and gave up once they gave up a few runs. Yeah, they just give up.
Yeah.
As we're at 0-1 for Young. Now here's the pitch. And that's going to be low for a ball, 1-1. And right after this, I got to bolt after this because I got some other things to do, including eating dinner and going for a walk. As we're at 1-1, now the pitch. And that's going to be strike 2, and it's game time. It's been a disastrous game for the Mariners, 10-2. At least Leo Rivas got a home run to show for it. But it doesn't mean for much at all, especially when you're down by an insurmountable amount of a lead. And now we're at 1-2, and this really could be it. We got man on first base, the pitch up high for the ball, and the catcher was desperately trying to frame it, but JP Crawford actually got a stolen base to second base. And now we've got man on second, runner in scoring position.
Or
it looks like he was told to. No, he got it. Now here's a 2-2. And check swing. Did he go? He did not.
Oof.
Mariners are still trying to keep this somewhat alive with 2 outs.
We're at 3-2, the full count. Cole Young is 0 for 2, so the chances of him getting a hit is pretty substantially low.
He could walk.
And now the 3-2 pitch. And now here's a ground ball, and this should do it. The throw to first, and that is in time, and the ball game is over. The Mariners drop another one, losing to Tampa. And then thankfully, the only good thing out of this is there's 5 games. Actually, no, this is worse. 5 games left in this road trip, so this is going to be a very long week for the Mariners. So all I can say is Mariners better figure this out. And the Astros won, so now that's going to be a 3-game deficit for the Mariners.
Yeah. Oh,
well, I gotta get going. I got
scored again, so they're ahead by 2. Bottom of the 6th.
That's good, but I gotta roll. I gotta get it going. And everyone, thank you to all that were flexible with me. Had a very difficult schedule today due to Don't Quit Your Day Job, but hopefully it turns out for the better. But we'll see. And Josh, thank you for, as usual, joining into the show. And I'll be back on Saturday evening for a show between the Mariners and the Atlanta Braves. I will not be here tomorrow because Don't Quit Your Day Job. I won't be here Wednesday because Don't Quit Your Day Job. And I won't be here Friday because guess what?
Don't quit your day job.
Well, I got to get going. And everyone, go Mariners.
Go Astros.